Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be telling you guys my hijab story, which I honestly feel like there isn't much of a story, but I keep getting requested to let you guys know my story, I guess, what kind of made me want to start wearing the hijab. Yeah, I thought I would just make like a video. I guess this is like a story time sort of type of video. I hope this video could maybe help somebody else out if they're either struggling with their hijab or if they're thinking about putting on the hijab or anything like that. I hope this video is helpful to you. So yeah, I'm just going to start off with, I guess, kind of since a very young age, I feel like I've always been like, oh, I want to wear the hijab one day. I've always had that thought in my mind. And the funny thing is, I don't really know why, because my mom doesn't wear hijab, neither does my sister. I'm the only one in like my immediate family that wears a hijab. I do have aunts that wear the hijab, my grandma. Anyways, I don't know, I've always had that thought since I was younger, and I remember as like a child, I was a very religious child, I feel like. I remember like one time I was shopping, and this was like back, I don't even know where I'm going with the story, guys. I'm just telling you guys what comes to my head. I don't have anything like planned out or rehearsed or anything. I'm just kind of going with it. And this was like when skinny jeans first started coming in, and I remember purchasing a pair of skinny jeans, and this was like one of those colored skinny jeans, right? If you guys know what I'm talking about. So like I bought a pair of blue and like bright pink skinny jeans, and I remember just like coming home and trying them on and just being like, wow, this isn't that modest, and just feeling like guilty inside for buying skinny jeans. I don't know why, I just remember this part. And then I remember being like, okay, I'm gonna go return them. I need to go buy looser jeans or something like that. I don't know, I remember having this thought, and I remember even telling one of my friends, Nabia, if you watch my channel, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna ask her if she remembers this conversation. I think she does. I don't know, I was just always kind of like that as a child. Then when I got older, I kind of feel like I would like pray my prayers and stuff like that as a child as well, but I never really knew why I was praying. I kind of just did it because like I saw my parents doing it and I knew it was obligatory, but I never really had like that connection. I feel like when I was praying as a younger child, like I feel like it was more of a, oh, my parents pray, let me pray too, or it's the right thing to do, but I never really had that connection. Like I just prayed to pray, to just say like, okay, I prayed my prayer, like alhamdulillah, like I prayed my prayer or whatever. I know my parents like told me, but it's just like it just didn't register in my head, I guess. And I feel like I am a born Muslim. I don't know, sometimes some people are like, ask like, where did you convert, something. I've had that question asked before in a comment. I am a born Muslim, and I feel like even as a born Muslim, there's like a period when you find Islam for yourself. Let me know if you guys can relate, but I definitely had that a couple of times, I feel like. So okay, so I feel like I was like that for a little bit, like the whole skinny jeans thing, and then I feel like after that I kind of would like drift away and I wouldn't really pray as much. And then when Ramadan would come around, I'd do all my 5 daily prayers for like a month or two after Ramadan. I would like do my 5 daily prayers, stuff like that. And in the back of my mind, I'd always have like that thought about hijab, and then I'd always like push it off to the side every time it came in my head, like, oh, inshallah when I get married, and then I'd be like, oh, inshallah when I get a job, inshallah when this happens, inshallah when that happens. Like always an excuse as to why I'm not wearing it now. But I never really understood the true meaning of hijab. It was just something that I was like, oh, I want to do that inshallah one day, you know. I never really understood why women wore the hijab, and at one point I would always also like question it almost. I was always like, why do I have to cover up? So yeah, I feel like I'm all over the place, and I hope I'm making sense. I don't know, I'm just giving you guys some background, I guess. Where was I? Oh, kind of, okay, so yeah, kind of just like falling in and off of like my prayers and stuff like that growing up. And then comes fast forward, I guess, to I think 2 years ago is when I started watching with Lovelina on YouTube. Part of me was just like, I wanted to start dressing more modestly, and I really struggled with it because I just didn't understand how to dress more modestly. I felt like dressing more modestly meant like you couldn't like have nice outfits and stuff like that, if you know what I mean. I feel like a lot of us have had that thought before. So I remember searching up like modest outfit ideas or something like that, and then with Lovelina popped up, and I like loved her videos, and then I like subscribed and I would watch her, and I really didn't wear hijab at that time, and I didn't really have the thought at that time, like 2 years ago when I said subscribe to her channel, to wear the hijab or anything like that. But I really enjoyed her videos, her vibes, so I started watching her. So I feel like she was like an important part of why I started like wearing hijab. Like she kind of sparked that for me. So I started watching her videos. So then the lockdown and everything happened. I also downloaded TikTok on my phone. Never had TikTok before, and so on my TikTok, like on my For You page and stuff, I would scroll, and then I'd always see like these hijabis pop up, and like I would watch them. So then I think I got like more hijabis and Muslim people just popping up on my page, and I would just be like, wow, mashallah, they all look so good, like wow. And I don't know, I just also, since I was home a lot, I started watching more lectures, and then I also, actually before the quarantine started, I was being consistent with my prayers, but I was also in that mindset where I was just praying to pray. Like I just knew, oh, I had to pray, it was the right thing to do, but I didn't have like that exact like connection with my prayer. I didn't have that like khushu in my salah, you know. I just like prayed to pray at that time. And then okay, so yeah, I remember, but I really think like if you take one step towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but like it's crazy how a small thought really does take like those 10 steps for do like that one verse says, or is it a hadith? I think it's a verse. Okay, yeah, so going back to the TikTok thing, I downloaded TikTok. I'd see all these hijabis pop up on my For You page. I'd also see lectures start popping up on my For You page, and I would watch them. And then after that thing, I don't know how to explain it, but like something kind of just like shifted for me. So then I started like would search up lectures on my own on YouTube and stuff, and I just started watching more. I feel like doing that really kind of helped me. Then I started watching like Lena's videos, and then I also started watching like Jasmine and Dawood's videos. Well, I've been watching them for a while as well. Yeah, I feel like I just started watching all these YouTubers. Like before this, I used to watch like the basic, like not basic, sorry, all the non-Muslim kind of like popular YouTubers, because I've always loved YouTube. I've always watched YouTube, but then I finally started getting into like watching more Muslim YouTubers. That was like part of what kind of, I don't know, okay, there's so many things I feel like, and it's really hard to explain it, but I feel like there's so many things, like little things in general that like really helped me. And like as I'm talking about it, I'm like realizing it all, and then I'm just like, oh wait, oh there's also this and there's also this. I feel like I'm all over the place, and I'm really sorry if I'm confusing you all. I suck at like telling stories and trying to explain things and stuff like that, so I really do apologize. Okay, but honestly, TikTok plus watching like other Muslim YouTubers, especially with Lena's videos, she really helped me. So then I started getting more curious about the hijab. One of my friends, Zainab, if you guys know what I'm talking about, she also wears the hijab, and I would also talk to her about it. But I found myself putting hijab on, trying on like outfits, and just like feeling like inclined to start wearing hijab, but I didn't really have like the right reason. I guess not the right reason. I didn't really have like a solid reason why I wanted to start wearing it. Like I don't know, it's just like something in me was just like start wearing it, but then I felt like starting to wear it, so I would like try it on in the mirror and stuff like that. And then what I did was I started searching up lectures about the hijab, on the importance of hijab, and that for me was like the main thing that kind of like solidified it for me, because I never actually like knew why Muslim women wear the hijab. I mean, I knew why in a sense. I always thought like, oh, I mean, obviously that's true. Like I was always like, oh, it's a command from us, so I thought like it's just something you're supposed to do, which yes, that's true, but there's also like, it's also like a protection. Honestly, everything that's in Islam is for a reason. It's honestly for our own protection. Like everything that's haram is to protect us. Something I'm realizing as I'm getting older. I remember being younger, I'd be like, oh my god, why is this haram, why is that haram, why is blah 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 haram. It's also if you surround yourself with too much haram, then everything starts to seem haram, you know. So same thing with like the hijab. I never really understood the true meaning of hijab, and then as I started watching those lectures and stuff like that I would search up on YouTube, it really helped me, and it really made me start thinking about it. And I was just like, you know what, I want to wear the hijab, and Ramadan was approaching. The thing for me that kind of scared me essentially was that my mom didn't wear it, my sister didn't wear it, and I was just like, how do I tell them I want to wear it? So I never really actually like told them I wanted to wear it. I guess I kind of just started putting it on, and even they would see me. Like I remember one time my mom like walked into my room and I was like trying on my hijab, and she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh no, I'm trying on my hijab. Like she was just like, what are you doing? Like a couple times, and then I just remember being like, you know what, I want to wear the hijab. I don't know what I think I just like started, I don't know, I think like they asked me because they noticed like I would just like wear it, or like they realized, like I don't know how like I even told my parents, to be honest. I didn't tell my dad kind of just like realized as I started wearing it, but my mom and my sister knew. I feel like they asked me. I don't know if I told them, I really don't think I did. I think my sister brought it up or something, and I was like, yeah, I want to start wearing the hijab, and then my mom even brought it up or something like that, and or so we were talking about it, and I was just like, yeah, I want to start wearing the hijab. And I think at first my mom kind of was just like, she's not gonna wear it. And yeah, so I remember then I told my friend Zainab, and then she was like giving me all this advice and stuff, which was really helpful. Thank you, Zainab, if you're watching this right now. I remember when I told her, it really helped me accountable, because I feel like if I hadn't told Zainab, I wouldn't have put it on, because well, like after the day after I told her, like the first day of Ramadan, and it came time for me to put on my hijab. I mean, it was lockdown, we were in home anyways, but I had like online classes and stuff like that. So for me, what I did was I would just like tilt my camera downwards. Like I had this taekwondo class, and that was the only class I had to have my camera on for, so I would just tilt the camera downwards so you couldn't see me in Ramadan. That class lasted about the first week of Ramadan, and then it ended. So in that class I just had the camera tilted down, so I never actually wore my hijab, because I was like really nervous. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna ask me like, what's that on your head, blah blah blah, because I never wore it. And I remember like when we had class in person, I would come to like class wearing a long sleeve or something, and my teacher would be like, aren't you hot in that? So I was just like, oh, I really don't want to be asked about this, especially when you first start wearing it. Like, I mean, obviously people ask, but that's when it's like, I don't know, like that. So anyways, me and my sister went to the grocery store, and that was my first time wearing it out, and I just remember feeling so nervous. And I just remember like, you know what, I don't want to wear it, but then in my head I was like, oh, I told Zainab I was gonna wear it, now I have to wear it. Which is really funny to me, I don't know why, but I just feel like that really like gave me the extra push to start wearing the hijab. Like that like made me actually go out and wear it. So yeah, I feel like telling Zainab really held me accountable, and if it wasn't for that, I really think I wouldn't have just worn it. I got really anxious and scared, and I remember just wanting to go back home and not walk out. Like, I don't know why. And I remember going to the grocery store just looking around, and I'm like, oh my god, like no one else is wearing it, like I'm the only one here, just feeling like super anxious inside. But no one even cares, like, you know, I've come to realize that. So yeah, I was just super like not confident in it at all. I didn't feel like myself. Me and my sister had gone to Target, and I remember seeing another hijabi there, actually, like an older lady, and I looked at her and I was like, well, wearing masks, so I kind of like smiled, but I don't think she realized, and she kind of just walked past me, and I was like, oh, like I remember that. And then yeah, like then I got home and I was like, oh hey, you know, it wasn't that bad. But then, like, I don't know, I just remember like the first month of me trying to wear the hijab, I was a little uncomfortable for sure. But every time I'd go out, which it wouldn't be much, it'd be to the grocery store or something like that, I would, you know, put on my hijab, go to the grocery store. And I kind of, as time went on, I started getting more used to it. I decided to start my YouTube channel around that time, and I posted like my first video on YouTube, which was like a modest outfit inspo video, and I posted that, and I just started making YouTube videos. And I honestly feel like making these YouTube videos for you guys actually was the thing that made me so comfortable in my hijab, because I'd like put on my hijab, sit down, film a video, and I just started getting more comfortable with it. Honestly, I guess as time passed, just got much more comfortable with it, which I'm so grateful for, alhamdulillah. Like, I remember the way I felt when I first put it on last year, just feeling super like insecure and not feeling like myself. And then as time went on, kind of became a part of me, and now I can't imagine taking it off. And honestly, within the month, I started feeling like very comfortable in it. It took me a while to get used to it for sure, like a good month, but after that I felt very, like, you know, happy with it and everything. And I remember being really lost on what to wear in the beginning as well, and like Lena, with Lena's videos and all these other hijabis that put out videos really helped. But yeah, I really feel like there's just so many little things that really helped me start wearing it. Like, I'd be like, for example, I'm gonna keep coming back to that, but like watching Lena's videos, I'd be like, oh my god, she like wears it so elegantly, she looks so nice, alhamdulillah, she looks so happy, confident. Like, that really helped me, push me to start wearing it. And then I would go on my TikTok for you page, I'd see all these other hijabis wearing their hijab, and they look great, they look so confident in it, they look so happy. And yeah, and I honestly just feel like ever since I started wearing the hijab, I've noticed nothing but positives. I've said this before on my channel, but it's so true. Like, nothing negative really came for it for me, alhamdulillah. Everyone, you know, is really supportive. At first, my dad was a little like iffy about it. He still kind of is, like, he's definitely supportive. Like, he's like, you know, do your thing. I remember that being like a little thing in the beginning that also kind of like put me off for a little bit. Yeah, nothing but positives. I can definitely say so. For me, big thing was like with my prayers, the reason I would like start being inconsistent with them was like when I would go to school, for example. I'd be at school for like 8 hours almost, and I wouldn't want to put a hijab on and like go pray, you know, like I'd just be too like shy to do that. So like I'm already wearing a hijab, I'm already dressed to be able to go make my prayers, so that really helps me. So I've been very consistent with that. Obviously, like watching all these lectures really helped me just gain a better understanding. And like I said in the beginning of the video, like just finding Islam for yourself is something I feel like even as born Muslims go through, and I'm really grateful, alhamdulillah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided me to start wearing the hijab. And inshallah, like, you know, Allah keeps me firm on my hijab, on the deen, increases me in my iman and everything. And I mean, yeah, I guess that's my story. There really isn't much to it. That's literally it. I mean, I don't know if that's what you guys were expecting to hear, but I've had a couple people request a hijab story, so that's my story. So I started wearing it. That's when I started wearing it, so I've been wearing it for a year. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you're watching this right now and you're thinking about wearing the hijab, I would say just go for it. Try it out. Also, even trying it out by like going out like slowly with it on one day, and then start wearing it like little by little. Even like, we're all on our own journey, so do whatever works for you. And yeah, you know your own intentions best. I hope this video helps you guys some way. I honestly think I was all over the place. I really hope I made some sense in this video, and I hope my story made some sense, because I feel like there isn't much to it. I feel like I'm missing things here and there like that probably could have been important to this, but whatever. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.